Hey guys, P Turley 84 here, and I've got another update for you guys on the 69 Camaro. And as you can see, she is just about finished. I'm about 95% done. Really, all I've got left to do is put on the bumpers, the front grille, do a little bit of detail painting on the body as far as like trim and the windshield wipers and a few other little things, put on the mirrors. But she is just about finished. I've been working pretty hard on it over the last week trying to get it done. And this has just been kind of a fun, quick build for me. So it doesn't have a whole lot of detail in it, but I just had some fun with it and everything. But this is the stance. So she sits kind of low, but not too low because I still got to fit my exhaust underneath there. The wheels I think fit real nice up in there. They contrast that body real well and everything. I painted the hood flat black. I thought it gave a real nice contrast to the blue body and matched the wheels real well. So I think it looks pretty good. I've got the interior pretty much done, and I'll show you that here in a minute. Here is the bottom, and you guys can kind of see that drivetrain that's in there. If you didn't get to see my last video, or if you don't remember, I said that I was putting in a modern drivetrain, engine, suspension, everything was going to be all modern underneath there. So if you've already figured out what it is, then that means you're good and you know your model kits. If you haven't, then you'll just have to wait a little bit before I tell you what it is. But there is the rear end, drive shaft, the bottom of the motor, front suspension, and everything. Rear suspension is all in there. So let me show you guys the motor here next, and then that will give you an idea of what I have done underneath the car. So now I told you guys that this was kind of a controversial motor swap and drivetrain swap. There's just going to be a lot of people that would be against this because that I put this into a Chevy, but you know, it was fun. I had the extra parts, and I like building these pro touring vehicles with the updated and modern motors and drive trains and everything in them. So it was kind of fun. So let me go ahead and show you. Take the motor off here. Slowly pull it back. There she is. And let me show you up close. That is the motor, and you can't really see it too well, but I'm going to tell you why it's so controversial. Let me zoom in a little here. This is my extra motor that I had from the 2007 Mustang GT 500. And I know I put a Ford motor in a Chevy car, so all of you Chevy diehards, you can hate it all you want, but it was fun. I don't really care, and I just had the extra stuff. Like I said, this is just a quick build, so I had some fun with it. And so let me show you here. The motor's all done, and I used pretty much everything stock from the Shelby motor, except for here on the intake. I cut off the end of it here where the box would go on for the filter, and I made my own cold filter out of some extra tree parts, and I just used my Dremel and sanded it down and then painted it to look like a filter. But I've got everything pretty much in there. And then of course I have the drive shaft, and the rear end is from the Mustang, and I used here I used the shocks from the Mustang, and then I took a spring out of a ballpoint pen, painted it red and put it over the shock. You can't really see it in the video too well, but it actually looks like it's got springs back there. And then I've got the front suspension here is the front section suspension from the C5, I think it's a 2005 Corvette, and I put that in there just because the front suspension from the Mustang was kind of a little bit different and it didn't fit up with the chassis of the Camaro too well, but the one from the Corvette did, so I used that in there. So it's got a Mustang rear end suspension, Corvette front end suspension, and a complete Mustang drivetrain in it. So it's a little bit different, but I think it turned out pretty sweet, and I still think it would be a cool car to drive. So I'm going to post up some pictures probably later on when I get the model completed, and that way you guys can see everything in detail. But I should have it completed here real soon in the next day or two, and then I'll post up a video with the pictures of it. So anyway, I hope you guys like it, and like I said, I just, being a quick build, had some fun with it. Figured I would make something a little bit controversial and just see what everybody thought. I also wanted to show you guys a couple of new kits that I picked up. So let me move this out of the way. And I'm going to back the camera up. Okay. Now, first of all, Gecko Man had said that Hobby Lobby was getting ready to discontinue some of their kits in his last video, so I decided to run down there to mine and see what they had. And he had mentioned that they were the last place to be able to get the Subaru on retail without having to order it online. So I went down there, and I've been wanting to get one of these kits. And I found one, so I picked that up. I'm looking forward to building it. I've already got a lot of ideas for it. And I'm going to do it a little bit different. So it's a pretty sweet kit. I've already opened it up and looked at it. It's got about 115 pieces. It's got some really nice detail. And the instruction manual is real nice and everything. So that one's really cool. I also picked up this kit. It's the 5-window 32 coupe, and I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with it yet. Debating on building another rat rod or building some hot rod with it. Not quite sure yet. I've been bouncing around different ideas, but it's probably a future project. I've got a lot of other projects that I want to get done first, but I saw it and wanted it, and the price was right. Had a coupon to get it cheap, so that is going to be one of my future projects, and it looks pretty nice. You can build it one of two ways. You can either build it this kind of hot rodded version, or here isn't, well, this one's a hot rod too, but it's got the fenders and it's a little less wild than this one, but it looks really nice. Here's some of the side shots. It comes with two whole complete motors. It's not like one motor with different heads and all that different stuff. It's two whole motors, so I thought that was pretty cool. So whichever one I choose, I'm still going to have a whole motor left over. And it's got the different wheels. There's the two different styles. So it's a pretty nice kit. This one comes with a lot of pieces. It's got almost 200 pieces. Let's see, it says it's got 187 pieces, so that's a lot of pieces. And so it should have some good detail. And that's a pretty nice one also. So anyway, yeah, that's the two kits that I've got picked up to work on. I may be starting on the Subaru sometime soon. Actually, the next thing I'm going to be working on, though, is getting the Mustang GT500 finished. And then also, I'm going to be working on my dad's birthday present, which is that 007 Aston Martin DB5 that I showed you guys a couple months ago. So look out for that one coming up soon. Keep your eyes open for the finished Camaro. It should be done here real soon. And I think that's all that I've got. So anyway, I wanted to say thank you to all my new subscribers and friend invites. And just a shout out to all you guys building model cars. Keep it up. and I will talk to y'all later.